Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same, right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the one, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us had law degrees. I am Sofa King Safe Marvelous, and you are?
Not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Social Distancing Sons.
We the sons, baby. We the sons. You know what I mean? We don't got to be close. We don't have to be far. We can just be a perfect amount of distance. And y'all still feel the radiation of the suns.
Or your 5G bullshit. Let's start the show.
Radiated. 5G's up in this place.
5G, yo, I'm telling y'all, that 5G shit is gonna go short. And it's gonna be, but then you're gonna have the leftover, like the Illuminati peoples and stuff, whatever. It's a trap. It's the system. The system's trying to kill us.
System's trying to kill us.
Shut that shit up. Let's get cracking with some shit. All right, so let's talk about the questions this week. Butt naked or butt naked?
I think if you're male, you're buck naked.
Okay.
If you're female, you're butt naked.
I say buck because if I'm planning to ram something, you know, then I'm buck naked.
Then you're buck naked?
Yeah. I think you're only butt naked, I guess, you know, when you're not planning to do shit. When you're coming out the shower, you not have no course of action, you're butt naked. You're butt naked. That.
But what if they use the term buck because
they like to fuck?
Or they don't have no clothes?
I mean, teach his own.
Yeah.
I use buck naked and stuff with that. And I mean, a lot of people have some issues and stuff with that, whatever. They're like, you guys can't talk right. And one person's like, oh, you American people can't talk right. It's like, wait a minute, that's what you want to blame it on? I was like,
I don't really find too many Canadians saying buck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's tons of deers running around this bitch with no clothes on.
I know.
Okay.
And we stick with butt.
All right, cool things. I ain't mad at that. Next question and stuff, whatever, that we have to touch on for the week. If a man is providing financially, is he entitled to sex?
Yes.
Why? I want to hear your why. I say yes, too. I want to hear your why. I can tell you all the reasons why I heard no, but go ahead. Fire off. Let's see if you can speak for the both of us.
Do we need a reason?
We do, because we have female listeners.
He's providing financially. What more of a reason do you need than that?
I look at it like that. So, okay, some of the explanations I got from some women.
Right.
One woman said, she's like, it's my body. He only gets it when I'm ready and stuff for that. I'm like, I'm not saying he's trying to catch a charge. He's not catching a rape charge. But I mean, like, what are you doing while he's at work or out there hustling and getting the money? You're home not doing anything. If anything, you should be conserving your energy for sex.
My reply would be, it's my money.
Not my body, my choice, my money.
My choice to do with it whatever I want. Now, I'm exchanging at this point your well-being, your comfort.
Yo, facts.
For some coach.
Facts. My mom told me and stuff like that. She's like, yo, well, the translation for it, I say it for the West Indian folks that can get it. She's like, yo, if she can only bring pum pum to the table and that's it, and she can't bring nothing else, what is she good for? Translation, what does she have besides vagina to bring to the table? So if she only has vagina to bring to the table, she's not working, she's not doing X, Y, and Z, all the above, what is she really doing?
Yeah, but I mean, but this is a whole nother scenario. We're talking, she ain't even trying to bring the vagina to the table.
Now, exactly. She's not bringing anything before, and now she's not even bringing that to the table. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, he's entitled to it, because I'm like, yo, if I'm out there busting my ass and stuff, whatever, and then you're telling me no, I'm like, where's your medical documentation to prove to me why you're not dropping it? You know, Aunt Flo might come to town. I get it.
If she says no, is she allowed to bring substitute vagina?
Will she bring like another chick?
Yeah. If she brought you substitute vagina, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I'm
You'd be
okay with that.
You
It ain't a problem.
Yeah,
It ain't a problem.
Ain't a problem.
It's not a problem.
As long as this vagina is somewhere.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Be like, babe, I'm too tired. I had a stressful day. However, this is Katrina. Be like,
Katrina walk by and they tag.
yeah, like tag in, be like, hello, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
I love my wife.
Yeah, go ahead. Have a nap.
I love my wife, but we got needs. So yeah, that's what it was, man. Like I said, World War III kind of bred with some people.
What was the? Do you have the final poll numbers?
Final poll numbers was he's entitled to sex.
Yeah.
And there was a few.
Was it a big disparity or?
It was like 85 to 80 something to the remainder.
At one point, I looked at it. It looked like the nose was trying to catch up.
I was like, it threw me off because I posted the question early that morning before I hopped in the shower.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right now I was doing some other shit, and then I think I didn't get a chance to vote myself.
Right.
So I said I wanted to vote and stuff, whatever. And when I looked, there's already 2 no's that were voted. So I was looking like, it hasn't been 5 minutes. It hasn't been 5 minutes. I was like, yo.
See, when I caught wind of the poll, I was like, the yes was doing numbers. So I was like, all right. I was like, people are they're recognizing out here in this field. And then I went back and I was like, yo, like the no trying to make a game. So I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and the yes took off like later in the afternoon that day and stuff, whatever.
All right.
Because that's what I was looking at. I was like, what do you mean no? I was like, yo, what do you mean no? All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get to some shit. Tory Lanez and his quarantine radio. Your thoughts?
Quarantine radio.
Do you find entertainment?
You know what the funny thing is?
What's up?
I just been catching clips. I haven't actually jumped in on any of the live.
Do you follow Tory Lanez?
I believe so. I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I don't follow Tory Lanez, but I know whenever it comes to mine,
Yeah.
I just try and go look.
Okay.
To see if he's on live and stuff or not, whatever, right? Because like the indicator on Instagram, it just highlights.
But you wouldn't know from his, because he's got a separate page for the quarantine radio.
Oh, does he now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He actually had a separate. I think originally he was doing it from
his page.
His page, and then he set up a separate one that was like quarantine radio, just like how Swizdom got the verses.
Yeah.
He set up a separate one, and then they were doing it from there.
But they're still doing no. The few weeks before they were doing it through their thing.
Right, because I think they shut down that page, the quarantine radio page.
No, not that. I'm talking about like Swiss and Timbaland.
Oh no!
They were doing it from
Swiss and Timbaland. They had the verses page.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen anything being done from there.
Okay,
because even with the Teddy Riley and Babyface, they advertised that it was going to be on the verses page.
Right,
but it was actually it was streaming from Teddy's page.
Yeah,
so. That threw me off because I was on the versus page like, yo, when this shit gonna start?
Right.
And I'm like, I seen somebody send me the Teddy link. I'm like, yo, this is on Teddy's. Which, okay, when we'll get to that, we'll get to that section in a minute. But back to this Tory Lanez thing and this whole quarantine radio. So I think I'm not sure if it was his personal page, but I think the quarantine radio page, I think they actually shut that page down.
Okay.
And then I think that's when he went back to his regular page.
So how do you feel about that? Quarantine radio and stuff, whatever.
They're entertaining, man. It's for whoever's into that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like that would be entertaining for you. If you're the typical dude that like the fans only stuff, that's you. If you're the typical person that's like into the Tory Lanez bullshit, then that's you. If you're a person that just likes the party and bullshit, then that's you. Outside of that, you probably wouldn't find it entertaining. It's just like, okay, bunch of chicks dancing.
I mean, I'm into the chicks twerking and stuff.
But yeah, well, okay, you use a twerk, dude. You use that,
yeah. I mean, the funny, I don't know, we in some quarantine COVID times and they out here wasting milk. Like the one chick's pouring milk down her butt cheeks and stuff like that. I was like, yo, milk pretty soon ain't gonna be cheap, you know? And then the other chick, I think she was pouring Don Julio, and that ain't a cheap liquor either. So I'm looking like, we just doing the waste thing just for Tory. Yo, I felt all types of way because I looked at my little liquor bar and I'm looking like, I can go for some tequila, but this chick's out there just splashing and wasting the tequila. So I felt the type of way. I don't know. I felt like, I guess it was supposed to be like a talent show type of thing.
Right.
Like, so I seen one dude who was singing Dirty Diana. And he actually sounded like Mike Jackson stuff. He's playing a guitar and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was looking more so for that, whatever. And like, your random celebs and stuff that are passing through. Because right now I feel like me, even myself, I feel like we're just club hopping. We gotta just from like the thing.
Straight club hopping.
Like when I open up Instagram and stuff, whatever, somebody's doing a live.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm basically popping up and stuff, and everybody's live, whatever. And if anything, show a little love, little deuces, and I just keep it moving to another live.
Right.
And then if not, then I'm just into somebody's story and stuff, whatever, right? Just seeing their story.
Right.
But I mean, when I see some of them and stuff, and I'm like, cool. What I did like, and I hope he sticks to it, is the whole monetizing of it. It's like, this is brought to you by, and I was like, oh, we making guap during this quarantine radio thing, which is perfect. I just hope he finds a way, him and his team, they find a way to kind of stick to it.
Yeah.
And let it run and stuff for there, even after the whole quarantine thing. I feel like Instagram stuff will find a way to dip their hands into it.
It's gonna be, after everything is said and done, it's gonna be a little bit harder.
Also,
not to say that they can't continue to run it, but the numbers it'll be far less because people will just go back to their regular lives. So, like right now, you can get the numbers what you're getting because people are doing absolutely shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so we know this thing's going for another month. At least another month.
Right.
There's 31 days and stuff in average months, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you're living life.
Yeah.
If you can make, let's say him with his views, and let's say the sponsors and stuff for that, let's say he's making 1,000 a day. That's 31 racks just for doing that shit. Whatever, right? That's not including his other sideline shit or his other businesses and stuff like that. That's quick money.
Okay. No, I thought when you said keep it going, I'm here thinking that you're thinking after this whole.
No, but after because we don't know when exactly this quarantine will free up.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. It'd probably be a little bit harder because after it does free up, your audience is less, obviously.
True, your audience is less.
People are gonna just be up and about it, right? Trying to do the shit that they couldn't do while they was locked up and having to watch your IG, right? So it'll be interesting. A lot of things will be interesting going forward when this is all said and done. The way how business is conducted, I think is going to change. I think social media is going to, I wouldn't necessarily say change, but improve on certain things.
That's change. Improvement is still change.
Yeah. And then work situation, man. Like I think that's probably gonna be the biggest of all, because a lot of people I feel are not gonna have jobs to go back to.
True.
And just like I'm saying, how everything is right now. Like we got a lot of people who are working
from home. Okay.
Right. Due to the fact that we're practicing this whole social distancing deal and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But while everybody is working from home, there's a lot of companies who are actually benefiting from that because there's no office overhead that they're worrying about.
Right.
They shut the lights damn off. Can't nobody in there, right? They don't worry about no water, this, that, and the third.
I think they just have to pay for security.
Just gotta pay for security.
Just to do quick little laps around, like make sure nobody's stealing computer shit.
Exactly.
And basic shit.
Right?
That's it.
But then if you're a company and you realize that, right? And almost all your staff is working from home, you'd be like, shit. Why am I paying for this building for? Why can't I just lease this building to somebody else?
Valid.
Or sell the building?
Valid.
right? So now you have all these companies that are just telling these workers, oh, no, don't bother coming back to the office. No, you're perfectly fine from working from home. So I feel a lot of people are going to stay working from home.
Possibility. I see it.
Yeah, I feel
it can happen.
I feel a lot of people are going to stay working from home. And then because companies are always trying to find ways to downsize. So if they can now use this and say, hey, well, shit, we don't really need all this office space. We can downsize on office space, maybe occupy 1 floor instead of 3, right? Pay less on rent. So be it. A lot of things. I think a lot of things is going to change, man.
So, okay, back to your music thought. You were saying about like the whole verses.
Oh, so with the whole versus thing, when I like what they're doing. I think we were agreeing on it the other day with the order of producers, how it should work, and we're saying maybe there should be some sort of standardized method to all of it.
It's just catalog.
It's just catalog.
It's just catalog.
Yeah, it's just catalog. But at
Kelly and P. Diddy.
But at this point, I think they gotta standardize the technical aspect.
How? Because my thing and stuff is that if I'm Timbaland,
right,
or I'm Swiss,
right.
Let's say Timbaland and stuff doesn't live in New York. Let's say he lives in Virginia,
yes,
where he's from. Swiss is in New York,
right.
And let's say Babyface is in Atlanta,
yes,
and Teddy Riley's in Washington D.C. How the hell am I supposed to come organize your thing and stuff over there when I'm supposed to be social distancing as much as I can't leave?
Well, I mean, simple. You do it like this. You figure, okay, we've had battles that went okay, fine, no hitches, right?
Right.
And then we've had the last 2 battles we had technical difficulties.
Right.
So you figure out what works from what doesn't work.
They're not
right?
planning properly, though, because I mean,
well, this is
once you're on like a trial set,
but this is what I'm saying. I don't think there's anything as far as like they say, okay, do it like this because this is tried, tested, and true. We know this works.
Who's responsible for that? You're saying there's Timbaland and Swiss?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Timbaland and Swiss.
I don't feel like it's their responsibility though, because I mean, I get what you're coming from and stuff, but my thing is stuff I'm looking like, you haven't DJ'd a party before, you haven't ran a show before, you haven't done this in your field already.
Okay, but look at it like this, right?
Right.
Say you're McDonald's.
Okay.
You're McDonald's, right? Okay.
Are you Burger King?
I can be Burger King if we wanted this example.
All right.
But you're McDonald's, right? So now, you know your customers love your food.
Facts.
Right? The reason why they love your food is because
we have a plan.
You have a plan, but it doesn't matter who owns the restaurant.
It's gonna run.
Everything in that restaurant is standard McDonald's protocol.
Right.
So the customers will never be displeased with the brand McDonald's, right? As a brand versus, you got to look at it like that. But sure, your producers might be doing it might be shitty on them, but it's messing your brand.
True, but my thing and stuff is that I can't dictate. See, unlike the McDonald's thing, they give set equipment, set things and stuff, whatever. So I'm saying, you want Timbaland and you want Swiss to produce these equipment and produce these things to these people who already have the thing. Yes. You want too much, nigga.
No, it's gotta be this way. It's gotta be this way.
Yo, I look at it. Okay, I know what I'm saying. I kind of get where you're coming from.
This way. Okay, it's like when we do the Battle of the Beatmakers, right?
They do it there. You provide the location and you provide the most of the equipment.
Producers bring their beats, right? At the end of the day, all the producer has to make sure is that his beats are at mastered quality, right? He doesn't have to worry about the setup, right? As long as his beats are at mastered quality, they're going to play at the volume they're supposed to play at, and with the clarity that they're supposed to play with, right? So he has nothing to worry with. That part is taken out the picture for him. Right. So what you got to do is you got to come up with a way to take the guesswork out of stuff.
How? When you can't go to the man's house.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You're Timbaland, right? I'm Swiss, right? So we're gonna be like this. All right.
this is the equipment we normally run with, whatever, to make this thing work. You have it?
For the next 3 days, we're going to test and see what works from what works. We're going to test 3 setups. We'll just, first setup, just our phone, right? We know just phone works because we've seen that done.
We've seen it happen.
So, first test, just phones. So we test out just phones. Okay, this is cool. This works. Next test, those little mixes that everybody be trying to plug into their phones. So now they got the iRig. I seen Roland just came out with this new podcast, little plug in your joint, streaming joint.
Okay.
Roland got one. Some other people. So you test those out. You bring you because these guys, it's like mad. It's like mad advertisements, right? If you take IQ Multimedia or you tell Roland, say, listen, I got 500,000 people watching these guys, right? A lot of these people do their own live stuff.
Right.
So if they can see something that actually works properly, you got a customer, right? So they don't even gotta pay for the shit. Yo, send us the shit, let us test the shit.
But okay, that's what I'm saying. Going back to the Tory thing real quick, whatever.
Right.
The fact that he thought of, or I don't know if he or the sponsors came at him with like, this is sponsored by or brought to you by whatever the hell. Yeah, that's great about that monetizing this whatever, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're thinking about monetizing this thing and stuff, whatever, to that level yet. But that's what I'm saying. I'm
not even looking at it from a monetizing standpoint. I'm looking at it as
equipment,
right? If you just want to test, right? These people are just looking for branding. You understand? So if I'm IK Multimedia, shit, I want these producers saying, I'm running this iRig right now. I'm running my shit right through the iRig right now. And people are like, oh shit, so that's how you do it. Let me go buy myself an iRig too, so I can set up my live the same way. But the problem what's happening right now,
no one testing shit.
So the iRig, right? So we see RZA use the iRig, right? And we seen Teddy Riley use the iRig. When RZA used it, mad delay, crazy delay, right? When Teddy used it, delay and repeat feedback, right? So right away, that's the mechanicals within the iRig, it don't work how it's supposed to work with that setup.
It should.
So off the bat, producers, you can't use iRig. Don't even think about it. Eliminate it from your set. Right? This is an option. We tried the rolling box. The rolling box works. Go out and get yourself a rolling box. Right? Get Roland to send you a box. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even have to get a rolling box because we got this shit to the point where it is right now that we got a rolling box that just travels around. They just go from producer to producer. The next battle producer, you ship it to him.
You wipe it down.
You wipe it down. You clean it up. You ship it to the next, and he get it all, his shit all set up and all ready. So that way it's standard. All these guys are worried about is just playing their damn music.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so with the equipment, I get it.
Yeah.
But my thing and stuff is that when it's something in your head, like to even a big ass concert, if you know you got a show and stuff to do like tonight or tomorrow night or something like that, there's no rehearsal? No one rehearses?
But this is what I'm saying. But see, when these guys, when they go up to battle, they're battling each other for the first time. Right? They're not rehearsing this. There's no dress rehearsal.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Even if it's the battle for the first time, you got to make sure your shit works. Because how am I going to say I'm about to have a sing-off with you and I like, pat, testing 1, 2, 3, and the mic don't work. At the damn gate, I'm not supposed to figure that out. I'm supposed to figure that shit out before I get to the mic.
But Riley set up it was working. You understand?
And then it just tapped out.
It was working. The problem is that when Babyface joined in, right? I don't know what it's if it's within the how the connection is set up. But now it just introduces a delay.
So you saying
right?
Babyface cheated?
So you don't know
Babyface cheated.
Babyface cheated. So you don't know that's gonna happen until it happens. That you don't know that's gonna happen until it happens, unless you go ahead and do all of this stuff ahead of time. So you've got to actually set up a battle before. So this is what I'm saying.
I don't think you got to set up a battle. You can just do a quick live mic check 1 2 1 2 testing. Pre-cool to the party, and you just probably spend like maybe 2 off the wall. Not even your shit.
Right.
Not your catalog. Not my catalog. Yeah. We're just testing shit.
But that's what he did, and he was working fine. It wasn't until Babyface came.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't do it, Babyface, with a test.
But they're not doing any tests. But that's what I'm saying. Timberland and Swiss, they should be doing these tests. They should be saying, okay, Tim, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we're gonna do a quick 10-minute run to see what works from what works. From what works from what doesn't work. So then these guys don't have to do that. All these guys gotta do is say, all right, we know what works from what doesn't work. You can use your phone, either set your phone up to have a speaker in front of your phone, you're gonna do it like that. Or you can use this box. I don't buy no Irie box. The Irie box don't work. We know it does not work.
Right.
Either use this or use that. Once you have these or that, all you gotta do is worry about is playing your damn music. Just play your damn music. Don't bring no hype man. Don't bring no dancers. Don't bring no TT with the can with the spotlight. Don't need that. Don't need that.
Gimmicks.
Run the show.
Gimmicks. I even felt like me and my anime man. So when RZA was playing Afro Samurai in the background, I'm like, I'm gonna give you the win because you got anime playing and stuff, whatever, regardless of the fact. It was the gimmicks. And if you're into the gimmickry and stuff, whatever, you're looking for like some new jack swing dancing and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
The gimmicks was gonna win you over.
But the gimmicks only work if the damn music is good.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. All right, let's do a quick rundown of some shit, whatever, right? Like I said, we're not trying to eye down or stay with the COVID talk. We just want to do a little sprinkle, little ones and twos, and get back to some human shit because a lot of people are losing their human nature during this COVID time and stuff. They're losing their human mind. Let's talk about some quick COVID shit. They're having COVID parties in Philly. Yay or nay?
They're having COVID parties everywhere.
This is true. But a fight broke out in this bitch with her, and it was caught on Instagram Live and stuff with her. And I was looking like everybody got face masks on, but blood and everybody's tussling and everything in this house party.
Damn. They went at it. It was
They was going at it.
Wow.
Yay or nay to this? Are you down for the secret parties or no?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
South African clubs still packed and dancing. They're not even bothered about Corona and stuff, whatever. So if you want to go party in South Africa, if you can get like a private plane and stuff, whatever, you down for it? Yay or nay?
Nah.
You're afraid from the crowds.
Stay home.
Okay. Armed protesters in Michigan demanding an end to the lockdown. Yo, they took to the cars in Michigan, whatever, and like they went to the capital. Lansing, Michigan is the capital.
Yeah.
They went to they're like demanding megaphones and everything and stuff, whatever. They're cussing out the governor. They're like, yo, people got money to make. We're not all, release us now. Release this lockdown.
Release us now.
Are you agreeing with that? Not even, because they're pitching an argument for non-essential workers, just businesses in general. Because when one lady, they caught her on interview and stuff, whatever, I thought she was hicked out, but she made a little bit of sense. She said, okay, we know the rules for social distancing and everything and stuff like whatever.
Right.
We still have a business to run. You're not giving me money for my business. Right. Why not just implement the social distancing rules and sanitation skills and stuff, whatever, sanitizing skills apply for my business?
Yeah.
As she brought up a valid point.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest problem. I mean, you want people to stay home, stay inside. And the amount of difficulty that they're going through just to get funding. It's like, at this point, there's a lot of people that probably just rather go catch COVID and have money in their pocket.
This is true.
I mean, you know what I mean?
It's a $1,200 shot in America one time.
Right.
Canada, at least, like, you get $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? I have the numbers and stuff in here. But basically, everybody's stimulus packages and stuff, whatever, across the world is kind of different. The best stimulus package and stuff, whatever, is the Netherlands. They pay you 90% of your worker's salary. Next is the UK. They give you 80% of your salary.
Okay.
Denmark has 75% of the salary. South Korea is doing 70%. Australia, $1,000 per month. Canada, like I said, with a $2,000 per month. And US, one-time $1,200 check with Donald J. Trump's signature on there. Teflon Don.
I want to have to save that check. If I've never gotten anything from Donald, I've gotten this check.
You got that check.
I've gotten this check.
But I mean, I agree with what the lady was saying and stuff about the lockdown thing. But then I'm a firm believer in stuff that, like, yo, we need to stay the fuck inside. So at least if you get hit with it, then you need to make that mad dash to like the hospital.
Yeah.
because you eliminate the cross-contamination and stuff, whatever possible.
I think there's a lot of
Nuances to it?
A lot of nuances, still more confusion than anything else, because here you have it where they're saying numbers are going down. They're saying numbers are going down in the States.
Bitch, weird.
Well, this is what
Weird.
this is and this is
This
what I
bitch is
think.
still going
this
up.
Is why, and this is why I say I don't like. This is why I say I don't like listening to. The,
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is the confusion because
Yeah.
from what I heard, this is the last thing that I heard. Right.
Right.
The CDC, the numbers were inflated.
Right.
Right. So it wasn't as bad as the model would suggest that it would make it out to be. Right.
Okay.
So with that being said, they're saying states would be able to open up more sooner than later, right?
Okay.
Now, I've heard some states are going to be able to open up as early as May, right? Some even by late April,
Insanity. Okay.
and some in June,
All right.
right? The president is giving the authorities to the individual states
Yeah.
to decide on when they want to open up.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he tweeted, liberate Michigan, liberate Virginia, liberate Minnesota. Teflon dog.
So if your president is tweeting this, right? It's only fueling those who want to come out of this early.
I think part of it is a political dance.
It's all a political dance.
No, I'm saying like, no, because like, yeah, I want to say he's politically driven.
Yeah.
To say some shit like that, whatever, but I'm like, come on, dog, like that, you got to think the better for the greater good, because that's the same thing like what Michael Rappaport was saying. If you believe it's so safe, send Barron Trump out there, let him ride the subway.
Yeah.
Send Ivanka and stuff, whatever, to go, the to and fro and stuff without a mask, without gloves. If you don't feel like that, whatever, shut the fuck up. But I mean, it's every country is getting a hit. Financially, every country's getting a hit. America's not the only country. So I don't think the business and stuff for them. Huh?
People are crushed right now.
They're crushed. Like, look at the fines going out here, $1,000, right? Because they look how much money they're giving out. They got to find a way to recoup that money back. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but pertaining to like I said, I think it's a more political dance where they know that campaigning and stuff whatever is still a thing, because these people outside Lansing, Michigan and stuff, whatever, like the capital,
Yeah.
they got Trump hats, they got MAGA hats, they out there with their guns. I was like, I'm pretty sure Stevie Wonder could even see that they're fucking Republican. So, and these are the states and stuff, whatever, where they weren't Republican.
Okay.
So they were more Democratic swing states.
Right,
Whatever, right?
right.
But if you're trying to sway and switch some shit over, this is the perfect time for you to say some shit like that, whatever. See,
Yes.
Ohio is a Republican state.
Right.
Michigan is a Democratic state. So you will preach some shit like this to win that state over if need be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's splish splash talk about the beaches in Florida reopening for exercise purposes for limited hours. Yay or nay?
I'm gonna have to say nay.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. As long as we're still on the same
I'm gonna
ballpark.
have to say nay. Yeah. Although
There's an Aldo. Aldo's a shoe store. Come correct. Watch your Aldo real quick.
one of my boys in the in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, he was at the beach the other day. He posted a shot with him and his family. But
In Florida?
No, I don't think it was Florida.
Okay,
No, but the beach, I can't remember what beach it was, but it was just it just looked like coastlines for miles. But I mean, it was a good distance between people. So you, like, when you see stuff like that, you say, okay, yeah, that I understand, that I get. If you can trust people to distance themselves like that, and you don't have to police them,
By all
then
means.
okay. But it can't happen in places like, like popular beach places.
I don't think people should be able to stay in one place. That's my thing. My thing and stuff is that I'm all for the walk, stretch your legs, get a little, new atmosphere, change the atmosphere.
Right.
But you're not stationary. When you're stationary, that's a problem. Because I'm gonna say when you're stationary, you're prone to do shit and touch shit and be in that location and stuff, whatever, right?
Okay.
Like I want to say there, you have an example, like if you're walking, say you and I were walking with social distancing and stuff like that, whatever, I cough. That cough is going to go forward and land down. Or if we're moving fast enough, it'll just kind of go behind us and land down.
Right.
Whatever, right? But now if we're stationary and stuff, whatever, like near like a pole or near like something and stuff, whatever, and then a little cough or something, it might have a higher probability of landing on a surface or landing on somewhere and stuff, whatever. And it could be like a multiple cough type of thing, multiple sneeze type of thing. Remember, your body's trying to expel the antigens, whatever, right? The foreign bodies, for the ones that don't know. Whatever. So, I mean, you might be in a situation and stuff like that. And if you're stationary, you're highly prone. We're in a room and stuff, whatever. If we're like coughing and sneezing, this shit's kind of just staying in here until we disinfect surfaces.
Right. Okay.
And I want to say most of the governmental places and stuff, whatever, or government workers and stuff, whatever, they're kind of limited on like going out to go clean these public places and stuff, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You keep it moving and shit like that, whatever, then it just might fall on the ground and people know that this shit lives on surfaces. You get on your shoe, keep your shoes. If you don't know, folks, keep your shoes and stuff in an area until you're able to disinfect and wipe off your shoes. That's it. When I get in, I take a little alcohol, a little Lysol wipe. I wipe the bottom of my soles and stuff and wipe the top area and stuff of my shoe and stuff, whatever, because I don't know.
Right.
And I know I'd be, walking up and down in some places so you don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Got it.
So those are some things stuff to take in consideration. I feel like this is natural selection at its finest. Do you agree or don't you agree?
Yeah. Maybe not as fine. This is kind of harsh. It's kind of harsh how it's happening.
Too fucked up?
It's kind of harsh how it's happening, but I agree.
No, because I mean, let's not call nobody stupid, but fucking we'll call it stupid. Like, how dumb do you need to be if the issue and stuff is that you don't know what I got, I don't know what you got, but I want to put myself in an area and stuff where there's more than you than it is of me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are taking a risk to even do the grocery store thing and stuff, whatever. But that's an essential thing that you need.
Right.
Like when I go to these essential places, I let it be known I'm grateful for them and stuff and everything. I feel like frontline workers, healthcare workers and stuff, and essential workers, we need hazard pay.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around and tell me I'm a hero. Like, yo, I see it all the time. I was like, no, we're not going to pay them hazard pay. But you guys are heroes, though.
No,
you guys are heroes.
Get that one H. You won't get the other one.
Yo, I'm like, yo.
You'll get the hero. You won't get the hazard.
Yo, yeah. I was like,
you might get a hazmat.
Might get a hazmat.
You might get a hazmat.
And I see it, and I feel for the peoples and shit like that, whatever. And I feel like this is the battle for the strong. Only the strong will survive.
Yeah.
And this thing is out to get, I feel like, the stupid and the ones with compromised immune.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much that's it. Because I seen some things stuff where we're like, there's a couple, they've been together for like a year and change, and she had some issues and stuff, whatever, with the whole her immune system being compromised.
Right.
And the boyfriend's like, I can ride with this for a few months. Whatever, right? Because he's like, he knows he doesn't want to be in a situation where he brings her anything and it could possibly kill her.
Yeah.
Because her immune system and stuff is compromised and everything. So I'm like, you have a couple willing to take a drastic step of not even seeing each other, just only like video chat and blase and stuff, whatever, in a time like this. But then you have people that's just like, yo, I just need to go get me some smokes. And you just really just to take these chances over and over. I ran out of smokes. Oh, shit. Maybe this might be the time for you to ease back on the smoking. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens and stuff, whatever, because I still feel like this is the first wave. Next on the agenda, African people getting treated poorly in China.
What?
I can't believe it.
What?
I can't. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it.
Why would they possibly want to do such a thing?
I don't know. I do not know.
You'd think we're the source of their problem.
Dude, what the fuck for no? Yo, fam. All right. Let me give you my thoughts on the situation. So when the thing first popped off, and I have some of my Asian friends saying that they don't like how people are discriminating on Asian folks.
Right.
After all of this popped off and everything, they felt a type of way.
Yes.
And what I said, well, what part don't you like? So I'm like, because at the time, they got a bonus with the coronavirus name. Coronavirus is a type of a respiratory kind of illness.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
MERS was a type of coronavirus. I believe SARS was a type of coronavirus. And there's other ones and stuff, whatever, too. But those are two main ones and stuff, whatever. Right? MERS stands for Middle East Respiratory Syndrome.
Okay.
Right? That originated in the Middle East.
I didn't know that's what MERS.
That's what MERS is.
Okay.
West Nile was found in the West Nile.
Right.
Ebola was in the Ebola River. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, the fact y'all got a like the Asian folks or the Chinese folk got a leeway with the fact that it wasn't called the China virus before, right? When it was just called the coronavirus, whatever. Yeah. And they didn't know what to label it as, whatever. Because like I said, MERS was, I think MERS was like, I don't want to say 13. Don't quote me. I got to look that up again, whatever. But MERS was a different strain of coronavirus, right?
Because we was pushing for Wu flu, weren't we?
Wu-Tang flu.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang flu. Because like I'm saying, I'm like, yo, wherever it originates from, that's what they tend to call it.
Makes sense.
Spanish flu.
Makes sense.
Like, that's what they do. So I'm like, y'all got a buffer with that, whatever, right? So I'm like, all right. So where's your discrimination thing and stuff, whatever? Was the fact of the thing. I'm like, yes, that's dumb people that needs to be educated.
Of course.
If it popped, because the people, my friends and stuff, whatever, they're here in Canada, then I have some Asian friends and stuff in America. So I'm like, it's not coming from Asian Americans or Asian Canadians. It's coming from China. So if it's called China virus, hey, it originated in China. Do not feel a type of way, whatever, right? So they're like, they got upset and stuff, whatever. Then they said the discrimination and stuff, how people and stuff are kind of falling back and everything and stuff like that, whatever. So I'm like, we now have a better idea. It possibly came from the wet markets, the bats and all that type of stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Fam, if it comes from the wet market and stuff, whatever, why is even that country stuff so willing, so eager to open up from the wet market when you had things like H1N1, swine flu and everything like that. It came from the wet markets. History has shown these things has come from these wet markets and stuff, whatever.
Right.
From that side of the world.
Right.
Let's not fuck with this wet market anymore, since our the wet markets and stuff, whatever, aren't doing us any type of well.
Right.
Whatever, right? So I said, this is just the facts or the stats that I'm seeing from past history.
Yes.
What does that have to do with African folk? She's like, well, it's the discrimination. It was a she. She said it was the discrimination and stuff, whatever. How she's seeing how Asian people are being treated. Fair. Educate these ignorant people and stuff. If they're black folks, white folks, Indian folks and stuff, whatever. Educate these people.
So she wasn't saying one particular race was doing it. She was just saying
all. All besides the Asian folk and stuff, whatever, right? And I'm like, cool, fair, I understand that. Get a dose of reality of how black people feel.
Yes.
Right? In China, the black folks there and stuff, whatever, why are you shutting them down? They didn't open the wet markets there. The wet market's been pumping there before the Africans and stuff have gotten there.
Right.
Whatever, right? So I'm trying to see where the discrimination thing and stuff is from. But they've been racist since way back when.
Oh, yeah.
Like the museums I seen that they had like the photos of like animals and like the black faces right next to them saying like black people are closest to thing.
Right.
And they have their word for like nigger and everything like that over there. So I'm like, who's more racist? So I brought the argument back to her. I was like, so who's more racist and stuff, whatever? Because I haven't seen an African country where they show how Asian people look like whatever. Right?
Yeah.
She couldn't say anything. So I said...
You stymied her.
But that's my thing and stuff is that I feel like everybody has a soapbox to stand on.
Yeah.
But let's just stick to the facts and just stick to what we know.
Of course.
Let's not talk in the unknown and stuff. For the unknown, I don't know what the fuck an alien might look like from like Jupiter.
Right.
Whatever. I just know what the bootleg aliens we make in the movies, what they seem to look like.
Yeah.
We just know what we know. It got hurtful. She felt bad and stuff. She's like, I'm apologizing and stuff. But you don't need to apologize. Your background is Vietnamese. You're not Chinese. But this is what I'm saying. The discrimination and stuff is not going to stop. The country has to deal with that.
Yeah, yeah.
You focus on where you are. Whatever, right? And I told them, like, focus on the racism and stuff in your neck of the woods. You can't focus and deal with racism in another place that you're not even set foot in. It's fucked across the board how they're treating these African folks, evicting them from their homes, making them not be able to buy and provide for their kids. I seen a black lady and stuff, whatever, African lady and stuff, where she speak fluent Mandarin.
Right.
It was a hand clap. And she was talking to me, she's like, but you guys say I need this green card thing to shop. I have the green card thing right here on my phone, and you don't want to let me into the grocery store. Salute to McDonald's franchise. We were talking about McDonald's earlier. Salute to McDonald's franchise and stuff for saying like, yo, y'all don't want to let the black people in and stuff, whatever. Yo, we're not rocking with you guys. Don't be surprised if we start shutting down some franchises and stuff in China.
Yeah.
And now they realize and stuff like, oh, it's going to be a problem when they're discriminating stuff on people and everything like that, right?
Right.
Go where you love. You told me that several times. Go where you love. To the folks and stuff, whatever, my heart goes out to you because you shouldn't be getting thrown out of your house and stuff, especially when you were little ones and families and everything like that, when you were living a normal life before. But if you're not welcome and stuff for there, why stay?
It's so funny how they don't want Africans in their country. Mm-hmm. But they have no problems going into any other African or Caribbean country and setting up shop.
Yeah.
And working.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need any race, any other race for validation. My opinion.
Right.
I don't feel like black people need that type of situation and stuff or standard. We can do shit on our own.
Yes.
And we need to start supporting our own.
Yes, yeah.
Because the same thing like Pacific Mall here, there's not one non-Chinese or Asian owner in Pacific Mall and stuff and everything like that. There's only them.
Right, yeah.
If I was to set up even like just a t-shirt shop.
Yeah, yeah.
No one will buy.
Oh.
And it probably force me out.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
And it forced me out and stuff, whatever. So I'm going to go where I'm loved. And I'm set up shop in my own shit, and hopefully my people support. This should be a reality check to the masses. Go ahead.
It's funny that you mentioned, places like Pacific Mall. We talked about places in Markham, and we've talked about, downtown, Chinatown, downtown. This was episode 75 when.
Look at you with your young ass memory.
There you go. Dillinger was him, and
right.
I think one of the things that I mentioned it was the fact that. They're complaining about this discrimination against, the Chinese and so forth like that. But I think we were all in agreements that
it's wrong.
Not only that, but we're all in agreements that when we go to these places, the majority of those people are Asian people.
True.
So it's like you're complaining about. People stop going and frequenting and supporting your kind. No,
it's your own kind.
Your own kind was supporting you.
Yeah.
And that has stopped supporting you. You can't blame us for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just so the whole dynamic of it is so weird. Like it's like I could understand if you had a grocery store in the hood and people start going to the grocery store. No. People are still going to that damn grocery store in the hood.
Right.
That Chinese dude in the hood, he probably making more money than anybody else.
That's facts.
At this point.
That's facts. That's absolutely true.
So here we are with a situation now where they're ill-treating Africans. Did you get any calls from any of your non-African friends to say, hey, Marv, it's pretty fucked up how they're treating you African people?
No.
No.
Nope. Because they know. They know. What they said, I heard somebody say, I'm going to butcher it and stuff, whatever. They be like, they want our R&B, but they don't want our soul. And I was like, fact. So then I spun in and stuff, whatever, and said, yo, they want the black.
Right.
No, they want the rhythm, but they don't want the black. Because that's how I look at it and stuff with them. Like, yo, they want the rhythm. They want the flow and stuff for the go of like how black people live. Like, you know, there's mad Chinese rappers, mad Asian dance hall thing and all the above, whatever. But like if it comes to being black, no, it's a problem. But I seen there was a play. Like I was doing my research on the whole Chinese thing and stuff. And there was a situation where like a New Year's play or something that kind of like the Shenyun thing that it always comes to Toronto and go around.
Right.
It's something similar to that. And the Asian people did a blackface. An Asian guy did blackface as a black woman and saying China's the greatest country and stuff. And they had a legit black woman and stuff on the stage. I gotta show you the fucking video. It's horrendous. And like the black girl is just there. She's just kind of smiling awkward and stuff. But she's just there to get the money because she probably just need the money just to live. And they're saying like, yeah. And I think they had like a black person or an Asian person in a monkey contraption.
Right.
Getting fed by an Asian person, a Chinese person and stuff, whatever, on this whole thing. And it was awful to look at.
Yeah.
You know, remember the laundromat commercial we were talking about and stuff, whatever, like last year sometime? Or the year before, stuff, whatever. Like the guy walked in, went to go kiss her. She pushed him in the washing machine. He went from black to Asian.
Yeah.
This is nothing foreign.
But this is what I'm saying.
Nothing new.
Absolutely.
It's nothing new. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
and they're like, you know, and like, they mums like.
Yeah,
like
they just shut up, whatever.
But they want you to speak out when it's happening to them.
I feel like it bothers me when it comes to the children, because I feel like the parents and stuff, whatever, of these African parents, they have a better grasp and stuff that they're foreigners in this place, and these people don't like them because they try to leave their former countries to get like a better life.
Right.
But the people don't like them. And now you have these little kids and stuff that are kind of coming up.
Yes.
And they don't know any better, you know? I want to say the parents might get them a slight speech until you get that racism mark. We spoke about that. When your first racist moment and everything like that.
Yeah.
And like to these kids, they won't know and stuff for that. So then now when they're going to these places and stuff or like these schools and then they're doing, you know, they're doing like the monkey chants or anything like that, whatever. I don't feel like it's healthy for these kids to kind of grow up in something like that. It hurts me. Maybe that's my empathetic side, you know, my empath. Yeah. So maybe that's my side of stuff, but I don't feel like it's good.
I don't think it's good either, man. I mean, but if you can grow up in a society like that and not be damaged, you definitely gonna be one strong motherfucker. That's for sure. And I think that's the type of approach that you have to kind of go in with it when you're a parent and have children of those particular ages. That is true. You gotta.
That's a valid damn point.
You gotta make sure that you know they're battle tested and they're ready, because it's not if, it's when.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's not if, it's when they're gonna face it, right? Because they're going to face it at some point.
If they have museums about black people looking like close to animals, it's when you will get that business.
It's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what you look at. So you got to prepare them for that.
So okay, fuck China and stuff, whatever. For now, I ain't eating Chinese food for now, stuff whatever. Ain't no Chinese restaurant to eat from for now. But do you tell your children that they're attractive as a parent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? I'm curious. I don't tell my son that.
Well, you probably wouldn't understand what you're saying at this point.
For now? I think, so, okay, tell me why. Tell me why you tell them the stuff they're attractive.
And I wouldn't necessarily use the word attractive.
No, but you might tell them that they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're handsome. Because you have a daughter, you have a son.
But if they're beautiful and they're handsome, I would tell them.
If they ask you, or would you just shoot it on your own?
Tell them.
You shoot it on your own? Okay. You heard the expression, you got a face only a mother could love?
Mm-hmm.
So what if your kids and stuff are looking for validation from their peers?
Right.
Or people they might find attractive?
Right.
Right? and set person tells them, "Ew," these kids are fucked. But they're like, "Ew, no, I don't like you. Ew, get away." And then they're like, "But my dad tells me I'm handsome." Which holds more weight, your words or their words or their peers?
My words.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm on the fence with that.
You're on the fence with that?
I'm on the fence with that.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, fire
I'm gonna
away.
say my words. Because from my kids were very, 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 very young, I've always preached to them that dad is always going to be 100% honest with you.
So if your kids,
Even if I'm not 100% honest with them.
so even if your kids are ugly, your kids are beautiful, by the way.
Yeah,
let me
you know
say
what
that.
I'm saying.
Okay.
I've preached it to them, right? To know for them to know that I'm not gonna bullshit, right? And 99% of the times I don't bullshit my kids. There'll be the 1% of the time that I will bullshit the kids because you just have to keep that line of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So if I tell you something, then you can bank on it, right?
Okay.
That other person, you might not know if you can trust that person from Adam, from Eve.
Very
right?
true.
So whatever they say, don't make it hold no weight over what I say.
In your world.
In my world.
In your world.
Right. Now in their world,
Who's there? Your kids?
in my kids' world,
Yeah.
now either they're gonna take what I say as a grain of salt, or they're just gonna look at what I said and then choose to value somebody else's opinion over that.
Which they tend to do most of the time. Like if we look at the tail of the tape and stuff, it'll be like your mother or your family would tell you, "Oh, you're a handsome man,"
Yes.
whatever, right? But then if you're looking for like whatever set chick you're trying to talk to or something like that, when you're single or something like that, whatever, you're trying to talk to her and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" She give you one of those looks like, "This nigga," she give you one of those looks like,
But-
"This nigga, right?" No, I got a man.
But but usually in the times where the expression "you got a face only a mother can love," usually the person who is being said to about,
Yeah.
they also know that they have that face that only a mother can love.
Yo, you're fucked.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I don't think so, man.
If someone is gonna tell them that they ugly and they know they're good looking, they're gonna be like, "You just a hater. I know I'm good looking. You look in the mirror, you know you're good looking. You know you're good looking."
But that's what I'm saying. But people have insecurities, though. People have some insecurities and stuff, whatever. And I want to say certain type of things will kind of pull out the insecurities. Like, look at. Sorry, I'm gonna be sexist, but you have some women and stuff, whatever. You tell them like, "Yo, you're a model. You're a goddess," and she's like, "I'm fat. Weird. You think that I like you?" And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why are you considering yourself fat? Trisha from next door called me fat.
This is true, but look at it at this way, right? You're a beautiful person. You're an attractive person, right?
Am I attractive to you?
You're an attractive person.
Bless your
You're
heart,
attractive to me.
man. Social distance high five. Pow. There you go.
Okay, now I'm talking truly attractive, not just a face a mother can love.
You're talking about some Idris Elba type of shit.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Majority of the people who see you, right, are going to think that you're attractive, right? There'll be the one or two haters that might want to think otherwise. But now we're looking at a lot of averages.
How many are saying yay and how many saying nay?
Do you really look at this asshole that told you no when you had 15 other people who said yes?
I fully agree. We're going by a lot of averages. You're 130% correct. I just feel like it's just, I think when you're hearing yes so much and then you hear the no, it feels like it tips the scale and stuff, whatever. If this is the yes and this is the no, that one no might seem like if it kind of broke it even and stuff, whatever. Compared to like two, they feel like the end of the world.
See, when I hear that, no, I just really did think that you're really just trying to say yes.
You're just a hater because your confidence is way the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
If your confidence is low, it'd be a different dance, buddy.
My confidence is low. It might be a different dance.
It'd be a different dance.
But if you tell me no, I'm gonna just look at you like,
see,
you know nothing.
See, okay, so check it. My mom has always told me and stuff that I was handsome and stuff like that, but then it's always like, you know, like I said, you know, sometimes you might have a face only a mother could love.
Yes.
Right? I think with my mom, she iterated to me when I was younger that I was good looking, but brains means a lot more. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, your looks can only take you oh so far. You got to have a brain to follow that thing and stuff whatever. Because what if, you know, you go from good looking and stuff whatever to old, and your looks can't take you anywhere and stuff whatever? What else do you have to follow, right?
Right.
So I want to say she kind of built me on that level and stuff whatever. With that, looks played a factor and stuff whatever as well, but it wasn't that drastic. Now, my boy Benji, salute to Benji and stuff whatever. His background is Thai.
Okay.
I'm airing you out today, Benji. And his mom was talking to his sister one time. I think I was like in the 13, pre-teens, teens-ish, whatever, early teens. Yeah. Talked to his sister. His sister, attractive, very attractive, whatever, right?
Yeah.
She was saying, she said it to her mom and stuff whatever one day, because they grew up in North America. They grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
They grew up in Florida, so they're not like your typical traditional Thailand kids because they have North American culture in them.
Right.
She said out loud, whatever. She's like, something pertaining to her face. She's still beautiful. Like I said, she's beautiful as shit. And then she's like, Mom, am I pretty? Aaron, his mom, never forget. She turned and stuff and said, she said this stuff. She's like, when you're beautiful, you can make money. When you're smart, you can be rich. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And then she kind of went into something and said, like, in the Asian culture, we don't stress too much on looks.
Yes.
We stress more on brains. Hence, i.e., why the children and stuff would tend to go to be like these financial advisors, you know, doctors, lawyer type, you know what I'm saying? They stress on that. And then I start looking back at our culture where we kind of glorify like kind of beauty things and stuff, whatever. Us as like, you know, Black West Indian descent, we glorify on that. And you can see the tail of the tape where we're winning and stuff, whatever, and like I guess the money dance. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So as I was looking at stuff, I'm like, huh. So when it came to like me having my son, hands down, like my son he's handsome. And if he asks me and stuff for that, I definitely tell him he's handsome. Right. And everything like that, whatever. I don't think my words will hold that much weight. Now I look at him and call him a genius. I call him a little Einstein. I call him everything. His mother would give him that. But from this side, I'm more focused on trying to build his attributes. Yes. More than the aesthetics.
Yeah, okay.
That's the realm I'm coming from.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I build attributes as well. But also aesthetics. Because I tell them they're smart and beautiful.
And beautiful. Gotcha. So, okay. UFOs popping up now. Krakatoa erupting last weekend. COVID.
Listen,
are these early signs of end of days?
Let me tell you something. Early signs for end of days for man. Oh, the earth is having a ball right now. Earth is, listen, man, motherfuckers is doing shit they ain't never done before. I watched this one clip with this monkey. I don't know if you've seen it. The monkey was climbing on the side of the building. Okay. Got to like this window part. Looked down at the pool and said,
He dove in the pool?
Motherfucker dove into the pool.
He's swimming?
Swam the length of the pool. Swam back. Looked at his boy up on top. He's like,
you ain't
jumping? You ain't jumping?
No, I need that video in my life. I'm
like, look at this shit. Humans away, wildlife coming out to play.
Facts. I see it.
I seen this next video. It was it a squirrel? It was either a squirrel, chipmunk, or gopher. One of them type of rodents, right? At this lady's screen door with a slice of pizza in his hand. the dogs are on the inside. You can't
go outside.
That motherfucker's just like this.
Just smashing the pizza in front of him.
For an hour.
God. Oh, this squirrel just taunting.
But it's just, like a typewriter type of pizza like this. I was dying. And I said, this is shit that's going right now, bro.
Yo.
But there's some different shit out there right now, man.
It's different. I just feel like if it's
I gotta find that monkey video though.
The monkey,
that is the greatest. When I seen that, I was like, yo, this is the best right now. This the monkey. He did one of these.
he did a YOLO dive. He's like, fuck it.
I was dying.
Yo, I feel like, because at first I was looking at stuff and I'm like, yo, you know what? Like I said, the natural selection thing, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is what it is and stuff. With us as human beings, we've been trying to play God for too long. I think this is part of our retribution and stuff, whatever. And I didn't mean to get like super biblical or anything like that, like end of days type of talk and stuff. But I realized like, yo, this can either bring out the good in a person or the bad in a person and stuff, whatever. Right? Like we've seen so many post-apocalyptic shit and stuff, whatever, where it can go either way and stuff. But now we're getting to a point where like people's sanity is now changing.
Yeah.
It's now snapping. And some people and stuff are looking at like, well, damn, I got to protect mine and my own and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
And it's coming to that point, like, I don't know. Do you believe in good and evil?
Yeah.
You believe in good and evil?
Yeah.
So let's say you're in a grocery store, you're picking up like a pack of toilet paper and stuff, whatever. You're doing good or you're doing bad?
Well, what's the intent?
What's the intent?
What's the intent?
Your intent is for your family.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
But somebody's looking at you and stuff, are you doing bad because you don't picked up like the last pack?
The last roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. The intent.
It's the intent.
See, it would be bad if I know I got toilet paper at home, but I'm just taking this up because I don't want nobody else to get it.
Yeah, but they won't know if you had toilet paper at the house.
They don't know, but I know.
Right.
It's bad.
It's the intent.
It's the intent.
See, my thing is, because I always looked at like when it came to like good and evil, I always struggled with that with her because like you could be a soldier coming to my country.
Right.
And you fend off and defend your side off 100 soldiers. To your country, you seem like a hero. To my country and stuff, you're a fucking villain. You took 100 lives.
The intent.
It's all about the intent.
Right. Because your intent is to do good for your country.
Right.
Right?
And your intent is to do it, like, I guess, and for the toilet paper is to do good for your household.
Right. But to the soldier on the other side,
to the ops,
your intent is to do me harm. Right. So it's the intent. It's what side you sit on that intent.
But I want to defend my household. I want to defend my country.
Yeah.
So you just seem evil and stuff. So I guess when you're doing good somewhere, it's bad. They're gonna look at you as bad regardless.
Right. That's what I said. Depending on the side, what side of the intent you sit on.
You consider yourself a good person?
Yeah, I consider myself a good person.
What makes you a good person?
I don't do asshole shit.
Define asshole shit. Give me an example of asshole shit. Because it might be it's the intent. So go ahead.
Well, this is again, right?
It's the intent, right? That's what I'm saying.
Like,
what's asshole shit to you?
Just doing somebody dirty, I guess. I don't do people dirty.
Okay. So you don't go out your way and stuff, whatever. If you realize you're doing something that might do somebody dirty, you kind of fall back on it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I don't have malicious intent.
Fair. So yeah, and the opposite of that would be good.
Right.
So okay. Yeah. I consider myself a good person and stuff, whatever too. I just think that, like I said, it's the good and the bad, it depends on exactly what you're saying. Like you prove a valid point and stuff, whatever. Like where you're sitting and stuff, whatever. Because I could say something to you and someone else can spectate and stuff, whatever. And I can say like, you know, I feel that you shouldn't do, I don't know, wear a fuchsia shirt on a Monday or something like that, whatever. Because I feel like the places you might go, it might warrant the wrong kind of attention. Right. Whatever, right? But somebody else is like, oh, you're telling him how to dress? No. I'm trying to look out for his well-being if he goes into the wrong type of area. Right. With this and stuff, whatever. My intent is good.
Right.
Okay. Because, like, I feel like those type of things kind of tread in, like, the dance of, like, religion. Do you agree? Like, the good and evil? So is that like how the Bible and stuff is trying to preach it?
I wouldn't say. I would say religion. It would have some form of basis from that. I wouldn't take it from religion, but I would take. How would I put that? I wouldn't take that concept from religion, but I would take religion from that concept.
But good is God and bad is devil, or the evil is devil. In Christianity, say.
Yeah. See, it's.
Are you converting over? Welcome, not your average.
Well, it's okay. It's the intent, and then where you, on what side you sit on the intent, right? Because if you go through, and if you look at the Bible, right, and you look at all the stories in the Old Testament, right?
Right.
Israelites, they slaughtered a lot of tribes.
Facts. But the intent?
So the intent for them was good. For them. For the other tribes.
And for me reading that, I'm like, y'all are kind of savage. Y'all could have kept a few like hostages. You know, had them clean.
They kept a few. They kept a few.
To plunder.
It wasn't
to rape.
It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. But the intent was good.
Okay.
From the standpoint of the Israelites.
So okay. Let's talk about the Old Testament real quick. Whatever.
But okay, wait. Because how we got on that was we're trying to say if that's a construct of religion, right?
It kind of is.
But I'm thinking it's more of a construct of just morals.
But I want to say a good portion of humanity and stuff, whatever, get their morals from whatever religion, I guess, their world embodies. You're a young baby, and whatever your family tends to be, like a denomination, even if your family was an atheist, right? They didn't practice any kind of faith,
right?
And everything stuff. You won't practice any kind of faith. You grow up in a Muslim household, they're gonna make you until you become able to have your own free will of the religion.
Okay. But before you get to that stage, right?
Okay.
You're going to have a concept of wrong and right.
Slightly. Because remember...
But it'll be there, though.
Later. You'll get it later. Because remember, like kids, they're susceptible to everything, right? So in any case, you're preaching this and stuff whatever to the kid. Even if the kid is like, I'm going to say, quote unquote, become awake. Mm-hmm. They have woken or something like at an earlier age or like in like single digit stage. Their parents are still going to iterate and put this and stuff on them. Like, how do you have a household? No disrespect to Muslim people, but how do you have a household and stuff, whatever? And you guys are practicing Ramadan. You have this 8-year-old telling you, no, I want to eat. You better hold this backhand. You going to drink this water. You going to shut your pie hole and stuff, whatever. And like I said, they'll come to a point where they're like, you know, I don't feel like this is right for my body. Yeah. Or I feel like you guys never gave me a choice, but it's what they're coming up to.
Yeah.
Because this is how our family was running. You were born into our family, and until you get to a certain type of age or time where you can do and fend for yourself, you're gonna go by my rules.
Right. Okay. But before we even get to that stage, what I would say is good and bad would be a construct of just morality itself, as opposed to religion, right? And I say that because you learn and put it in practice before you even get to the religion part. Hear what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
2 kids, right? 2 small kids are playing, right?
Okay.
let's say they're both the age of 3, right?
Right.
So they know the concept. They know concept of neither good or
Eat,
bad.
poop, and play.
Right.
Eat, poop, and play.
One kid smacks the other kid. Right. The parent sees it. What does the parent tell them?
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Right.
That's bad.
Right.
Right. That same kid hugs the other kid. What does the parent tell them?
Do you get consent? Fuck with you. I guess that's good.
That's good.
Right.
Right? The religion is nowhere near in the picture. So already you have a concept of what is good behavior from what's bad behavior. What is acceptable from what's not acceptable.
Right.
Right? And there's going to be hundreds of examples of that before we even reach to the point where we say, okay.
You're questioning some things.
To the point where you say, well, why is it that we have to do all of these? Why is all this stuff so good? Why are we turn into? Well, son, funny that you should ask.
And then they go into the religious aspect.
We have this deity up here that says, if we do everything good and we behave good,
you promise these virgins,
life is good.
Right.
We have this deity over here that says everything that sounds good and may appear to be good, but really the stuff that he has you doing or maybe think you're doing or whatever you're doing, it's bad. So any action that you've done that was bad is probably coming from his mind.
Oh.
Right? So now they're putting deities to your actions. Right? It was already there.
It was already there.
But now they're saying, okay, this is why.
So yeah, you're right. The morale comes first. But then as they grow and stuff, whatever, the religion is coming after.
Religion is added to, because just like you say, because you have atheists,
right,
that will still have a concept of good and bad.
Correct.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
Ask away.
You have, what is it?
40 virgins? No, that's
a
Muslim. That's a Muslim religion.
That'd be kind of different though, you know. I don't want no virgin chick. I need some chick with some experience.
Oh, okay.
So you got to give me some experienced chicks. I don't know no regular virgins, whatever. You got, what's that? Is it the tree of knowledge? The fruit of knowledge.
Fruit of knowledge.
The fruit of knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. Before the bite from the fruit of knowledge, they were naked and quote unquote dumb. And then after they took a bite, they got smart and they threw some clothes on?
See, now, okay. There's 2 trees in the garden.
There's 2 trees.
There's 2 trees.
Okay.
Right? The tree of, I think it's true. Is it? I think it's truth and knowledge, right? But there's another tree. There's a tree of the good and evil. Okay. Right. And it's it's 2 separate trees.
And the serpent came from the good and evil tree?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
I believe so. There's 2 trees though.
There's 2 trees. I know there's 2 trees.
There's 2 trees.
That I know there's 2 trees.
Right.
But she got curious and went to the tree of knowledge.
Right.
And that's when the serpent came down, or, you know, I don't know. Somebody gave her something, whatever. Right. And they gave her something and everything like that.
Gave her that dick.
That's what I'm thinking, because they I remember her the whole convos about whole Nephilims and everything. Yeah. Like angels, remember Lucifer was a fallen angel. Cain and Abel weren't twins. One, I think Cain was Lucifer's child and father, and Abel was Adam's child, and that's why Cain slew Abel and stuff like that. My daddy better than yours. I'm paraphrasing. I hope I don't. But
listen, man, the story of the
beginning,
the
Bible,
the tree of knowledge, the forbidden fruit. It's sex. That's all. It's allegory for sex.
But they yell at me when I say I'm the king of perverts, when the book I was raised on has been talking sex.
It's allegory. It's all it is.
And let the Podical son say amen. Amen. All right.
The forbidden fruit, that's the coach.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing is, okay, before the fruit, and we kind of came, or Adam and Eve kind of came to and say, hey, why are we naked? Hey, Did they just got smart and stuff, whatever. Was that a good thing? Was that a bad thing? Are the nudists more closer to God than anything else on people on Earth?
Okay, so let me explain that part to you, or how it was explained to me.
Mm.
Before eating the fruit, right?
Okay, I'm thinking apple bottom, and then I'm thinking people eating ass. So, go ahead.
Before eating the fruit, right? They had no knowledge of the physical nature,
Right.
right? Because Adam and Eve, they were supposed to be, to what I understand it, spiritual beings,
Okay.
right? Eating of the fruit opened their eyes.
In more ways than some. Okay.
In more ways than some,
Yeah.
right? Or open their physical senses.
Or her whispering eye. Go ahead. I'm definitely gonna fry. Go ahead.
Now, because their physical senses are awakened, they're noticing things,
Right.
right? So the things that they're noticing, they've never took notice of before. They had no carnal knowledge of it, right? So now they're looking at each other and say, "Shit, oh, you ain't got no clothes on. Oh shit, you ain't got no clothes on. We're naked. What are we naked from? We feel ashamed. Well, what do we feel? What do you feel ashamed about? Right?
Probably skeeted on her somewhere.
Before there was no shame because you didn't know about what that was.
because they didn't have no purpose for it.
Right? So now you know what it is. So now they're like, oh shit, well, these parts, they sacred, we got to cover them up.
And who do they have to thank for that?
The serpent.
Okay, and serpent was who? Is the devil really a liar?
You liar.
Okay. Yo, let's slide off. 'Cause I think I'm about to get a few lightning bolts my way on the next rainy day.
Some lightning bolts, man. It's so metaphysical that we can't even. I'd have to. It's a whole nother show.
It's a whole nother show. It's a whole nother show
altogether, right? When you start.
So I'm the prodigal son, and he's the prodigal because he knows way more than that. And your translation was better than most preachers I ever heard in eons. And I've been to church several times, and I'm looking for wording to kind of fill my knowledge.
Listen to this. I'm gonna give you this one. I think I gave two other priests this one. This is my thought.
Okay.
Coming from the Bible, coming out of Genesis.
Where the fuck the other people came from?
The part where God puts Adam to sleep. Takes Eve out of
the rib,
right? Or out of the womb. It just takes Eve out of the womb. That's how she becomes womb man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She's created out of Adam's rib, right?
Correct.
So how the Bible phrases it, listen to this. He takes a rib out of Adam and gives it to Eve. What's the rib?
From St. Louis Grill? No.
Think about it. He takes the rib
right
out of Adam.
But where's the so what do you consider the rib?
It's penis.
Bony, yet meaty.
Takes the rib out of Adam, covers it with flesh, and gives it to Eve. To give to Eve.
You give her that rib. You give her that rib. That saucy rib.
And then they became one.
So what did the preacher folks tell you?
They became one.
What did the preacher folk tell you?
One preacher just scratched his head and smiled. He like,
Blasphemy.
You over there cracking Da Vinci codes and shit. I
get blasphemy. I get blasphemy all the time and stuff because I was like, okay, after they were casted out of the Garden of Eden and stuff, whatever. Where do all the people come from?
Those are books you read.
Bible?
Yeah,
LeBron James version.
Those are the books. Those are the books you read.
Okay.
With the other books they have taken out.
Oh,
Because there's other books that explains where
people came from. Yeah, I gotta see that shit.
like Adam had a first wife,
I didn't know that.
Adam
What's her name?
Lilith.
That's some devil shit.
So Adam had a first wife,
Lilith.
right?
It's starting to come back to me now. I heard that now.
Then Lilith wanted to be the head.
And what happened to her?
So because she wanted to be the head, she was banished. And then she became a demon.
Ooh.
But prior to that, she had children. So, and her children are from the line of
Demons.
Oh no! Before that, her children would have been from. Her children would have been that line that Cain had hooked up with after he was banished.
Gotcha. Okay. So the incest shit going on. Cool. Yo, let's move to the question of the week real quick. Yo, question of the week. Question of the week is the issue of racism. Can it be solved by interracial love? True or false? Like we were talking about the African people and the Chinese folks.
No.
So what about other places in the world?
No? I mean, the only thing, racism can only just be solved by just people just stop being stupid. That's it. It doesn't matter how interracial we want to get. People have been interracial from dawn of time.
Yeah, but I feel like some people don't want to, like, I don't say mixed breeding, but I want to say people don't want to mix races and stuff, whatever, like that. And I feel like if you're part Latino and Asian,
Right.
and I have like grandparents that might be part Latino and Asian, I can't say with your Asian ass because I got it in my DNA.
Because it's part of your Asian ass.
Yeah, so I can't be racist.
Yeah, I guess. But there's some way, somehow, you're still going to find a way to be racist.
I think discriminatory, yes. But I don't think racist and stuff, whatever, to an extent.
I mean,
people find a way.
Discriminatory.
Yeah, because people going to find a way to discriminate regardless and stuff, whatever. Beautiful people. Tree monster people. Right?
I mean, okay, look at Hitler. Hitler's master race was blonde hair, blue eyed.
Right. And he was neither.
he didn't have neither of that shit.
Right.
But that's who he wanted his people to be like.
Right.
So he would have had to naturally select a whole lot of white people to finally get to that end stage of blonde hair, blue eye.
True. I feel like interracial love, like I said, it's a start to it, but I feel like it might be a slight pipe dream. The reason I feel it's a slight pipe dream because, like you said, interracial love has been going on for eons.
Oh yeah.
For eons, and people still find ways to discriminate and stuff, whatever, like to be racist and stuff, whatever, to those peoples and everything like that. So, at the end of the day, you could be, light skinned, we're still a dark nigga. So, I don't think that's gonna fix anything.
I don't think that's gonna fix anything.
So, no. Okay. Let's get to Ask the Sons. Ask the Sons come from Madness of Midnight. I like that name.
Madness of Midnight?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have liked Madness at Midnight better still, but yeah, all right. I'll rock with it.
Do you both think that they will stop censoring porn in Japan? Eventually, 2050.
But I mean, they've been censoring porn in Japan since like
But they free up some.
Yeah?
I seen a porn where like you seen dick go in vagina and she actually sucking a dick and not sucking Lego blocks.
I mean, but did you really see, or were you privy to some like unedited version that kind of leaked out, kind of got past the cutting room floor? You sure?
I seen it, man.
Because I don't know, man, they very pixelated over there.
What that mean? What they pixelated that hard and stuff, whatever. That hard. Let me see. Hold on, I'm on the hub. I'm on the hub now.
You gotta type it. Yeah, I was about to say you gotta type it uncensored.
Uncensored. Japanese. Okay. Business trip for a 2. Let's see what it do. Hold on. Got the music pumping off and everything. Everywhere has commercials?
Everywhere.
Hurry the hell up. Let me see something. Nope, Lego blocks.
Lego blocks.
Lego blocks.
Yeah, Lego blocks. And that's okay.
I don't like how she moans too.
I heard it's a thing.
What?
For Asian people to moan like that. Asian women to moan like that.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it's like some sort of.
It's supposed to be sexy?
Yeah.
That should sound like, I feel like a rape case just a while ago.
Well, I mean, it's. I think that's what they're trying to. I think that's what they're trying to go for.
Like she's submissive or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. So I say 2050. You say hell no. It's not happening.
See, I say it's not happening. I mean, and no, so okay, the ones that I have seen, so they're not Japanese. Maybe they're Chinese.
It's just Chinese.
They're Chinese.
They're Chinese.
Because Chinese don't have the Lego blocks.
Chinese don't have the Lego blocks. So, okay.
Which is weird, because I see that I find the Japanese more meatier than the Chinese women.
Even for what?
Find them more meatier than the Chinese
Yeah,
women.
they thick. Yo, there's like some, I forget her name. I think Hitomi something.
Hitomi.
Hitomi with the thick. She thick.
Hitomi is her name.
You sound like you know from experience.
Hitomi is her name.
Hitomi's her.
Yes, I know who you speak of. Hitomi.
Hitomi. You got it right.
Yeah,
Hitomi.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Next question. Keyboard King. What are your top music making softwares? This is a question to you.
Top music making software. I would have to go with the FL Studio.
Mm-hmm.
I use Melodyne.
Mm-hmm.
MPC software. Let me think. Sample Tank, which is it's like, think of like a virtual keyboard with all type of musical instruments all into it. So so they call it a tank. So it's just, and the samples are basically samples of many different instruments and so forth like that. So that, and for pianos, I use a software called Piano Tech. It's I like it because it doesn't take up what they traditionally did was with pianos to get realistic sounding pianos.
Mm-hmm.
Is they would sample someone playing each piano key.
Okay.
So someone would strike a key, dong, they would record that, dong, and then for each key, they might sample it maybe like 3 or 4 different times at different velocities. So a light touch, a middle touch, a heavy touch.
And that's all in the Piano Tech?
And that's, so I'm getting to that. So that's one key, right?
Right.
So if you think about your traditional piano, it's 88 keys.
Mm-hmm.
So times 88 by at least 3.
Right.
That's how much samples you would have in a library, a piano library, to play a piano.
Mm-hmm.
All 88 keys.
Right.
Right? So if you could imagine, if just one of those samples, and if it's high enough quality, right, which is what you want, you're looking at maybe 6-7 megabytes. I'm just throwing a number out there, but I'm quantifying a number to that, right? So let's say it's 7 megabytes. Then you got to times that 7 megabytes by 3, right? For one note, because you're getting 3 different velocities, right?
Right.
So that's 21 megabytes, right? Then you times 21 by 88 keys. So you can see how that starts to take up a whole lot of space, right?
Right.
What Piano Tech does, it's a physical modeling software. So it's taking all the algorithms, what you could possibly need to make a piano note sound. So it's not using samples. It's actually recreating that sound
with less memory.
Yeah. Oh, way less memory. Like a footprint compared to everything else of what a regular sample library would contain. So that's where this stuff is going right now. Before, a lot of these instruments you would have to sample to get it to sound like the real thing. You would have to sample the real thing. But now the number crunching has gotten to the point where people can take waveforms and reconstruct waveforms from mathematical equations. They can physically.
Now you're getting me lost. That's some producer shit.
Let's just say they can physically recreate the sounds as opposed to just recording the sounds.
Gotcha.
And have it sounding lifelike, to give you just that much more freedom, that much more space, that much more use of your memory.
My top music making software: stirring mac and cheese, a bed creaking, and fun screams, and God might be in call.
He ain't making nothing. He was just amazed at the sound quality the other day. You know what I mean? Calling himself a producer. I don't know what the hell was going on.
You see my movies on the hub? We make some music in there.
I've seen you in your doctor's lab coat.
Somebody's like, what movie you played on? I'm like, Marvelous Memories 13. Because you got to have some volumes to it. Last question comes from Alistair94. Hey.
Alistair?
Has religion caused more harm than good? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the key thing, like what we were saying earlier, it should be more based on love than anything else. And if it's not, then we have a problem. Like, I think like the extremists and stuff, they kind of remove themselves from the love aspect. So I feel like that's where you have the more harm than good.
I think originally religion was designed with the purpose and intent of being good and doing good things. But I think once people realize it quickly can be used as a tool to control people, that whole aspect changed.
Religion is opium of the masses. Karl Marx said that. Okay. So say the sons this week.
So say the sons of the week.
Build today to have a better tomorrow. So say the sons.
So says the sons.
I think this would be applicable to, I guess, salute the keyboard king for the aspect and stuff about. I guess he or she trying to do a little production in the world. So I guess you got to start somewhere. You got to build somewhere.
Yeah.
So why not start today to have a better tomorrow? And that's applicable across the board, actually.
Hey, if you have any more questions or anything like that, just shoot me an email or send me a message on IG or Facebook. And there's other stuff that I can recommend besides the things that I use. I think software at this point, no matter what field you're in, whether it's music, whether it's videos, anything, it's the operator behind the tools and not necessarily the tools.
Teddy Riley?
You couldn't wait to take that shot, couldn't you?
I got problems.
Yeah,
It's a forbidden fruit in me.
Yeah, so like I said, man, more than the stuff that I use and recommend is, it's whatever that you feel comfortable with, and that you can wrap your heads around quickly and just roll with that. I know people who are making music with gear that is 20 years old. And they refuse to use anything else because it works for them. Well, why use anything else if it works for you?
If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Alrighty, folks. Before the sign off, once again, salute to all the frontline workers, healthcare workers, and essential workers. We need y'all.
Truckers.
We'll get through this together. Delivery folks, especially, man. Yeah, salute to the delivery folks. Whatever they get shafted on and stuff. Whatever. I've been ordering shit on Amazon, and they still been coming through. They just come through at random times now. I heard doorbell ring at 10 p.m. I was like, who the hell?
Yeah.
Package from Marvin. I was like, bro, you work this late? Have a good night. Be safe. So, yeah. So, salute to all those folks, man. We'll get through this and stuff together. Natural selection, baby.
We shall overcome.
All right. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity, that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all be safe out there.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.